John here doing a bit of rehab work, rehab work on this fine Sunday. We've got one more week of heavy training before we deload and we rest the body during taper for comp. We're very close now to competition. It's shaping up to be quite exciting actually. All the weights that have been moving in this last week have been really convincing as well, which is really good. We got one more week of heavy training to really push the limits, to really just chip away those last little bit. So this past week was actually really good in terms of progression with the main lifts. We saw some pretty decent numbers and good confidence levels too. The confidence is at an all-time high, especially for squats. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, into too much detail about the movement. I'm just going to let you see for itself and let the clips speak for themselves. So on Monday we started out with the low bar squat and bench press. Those are the two main movements of Monday.
Wow, so easy.
Two singles at 160 kilos, which is 5 kilos less than my current personal best. The last time I tested was at Nationals in, I believe it was October last year. So it's really good to see how the squat is shaping up. It's good to see that I'm hitting close to equal PB with still some time left before comp. So like I said, I have a number in my head that I want to hit on the day. I'm going to do everything I can to just get that number. Maybe go a little bit beyond, but we'll see. The two singles moved very well, very comfortable and very efficient. I didn't feel any like power leakage. Everything just felt smooth as butter. And that's ultimately what provided the most amount of confidence going into it, is, you know, knowing that it feels extremely well and it's close to that 1RM. Still plenty of room to move up. And then we did the back down set at one set of 3 at what was last week's top set, 152.5 kilos. 160, the way that moved, 160 could be a potential opener on comp day. We'll see how things go. We hit the same weight on day 4, which was on the Thursday. So in total, 4 reps at 160 kilos for the week, with a little bit of room to bump it up for this coming week, which will be the last heavy week of training. Super stoked with that. So after that, we moved on to the bench press. Hit up about 2 singles at 110 kilos, which would be a 2.5 kilo jump from last week. Again, moved quite blissfully. Same sticking point at that last quarter, just with the triceps, just with the lockout, but they're still coming to roll call, they're still turning up, they're still doing their job. Super satisfied with how they're moving. 2 singles at 110 kilos, which again, 5 kilos below my current 1RM. again, which was tested at Nationals last year. And then we moved on to, I believe it was 2 sets of 3 at 105 kilos. So dropping it down 5 kilos for 2 sets of 3, each one paused, moved just as good. And yeah, that basically wrapped up day one. Day one, like I said, these sessions are getting relatively shorter and shorter, but they're just getting harder. So in terms of like overall lifting, the time required is not high. It's mainly just the rest times. That's what sort of takes the most amount of time, because the intensity is so high. So you do need that longer period of rest. But overall, satisfied with that session. Moved on to deadlifts in day 2. This was this was the one that, it starts to get into my head just a little bit mentally, and it's just like knowing that this week I would be hitting a weight at 2 sets of 2 that I believe I tried to hit in the last prep, but I actually missed. Things just weren't really switched on in the last prep like they are now, and ultimately it showed itself, and it was a bit of a rough prep for deadlifts in that sense, but came into it with a different approach with this one. Came into it with just a more grounded, more switched on mindset, knowing how everything has been moving, knowing how everything has been progressing. It really helped maintain that focus, and ultimately came in with a lot more confidence for deadlifts this time round. So the 2 sets of 2, top set, 190 kilos, which is about 10 kilos below my current 1RM. I technically haven't gotten 200 kilos in comp, but I have picked it up. So it's a bit of a number that's been on my mind lately. It's a bit of a burden.
Easy shit, bro, you got it. Take your time with your setup. Let's go. Nice, again. Go.
I believe that's the fastest that's ever moved as well. So again, confidence. It's just drilling it in, and couldn't be happier with that. I messed up though, and I didn't film the second set. I thought I filmed the second set, but it turns out I didn't film it, so I can't show you guys that. I'm such a rookie. I'm such a noob at this. I'm such a newbie. I didn't film the second set. I thought I did. I filmed everything after that. That's about it. But I got the first set on camera. You're just gonna have to just pretend and just use your imagination. I did get it. I did get the second set. I did get the 2 reps. But it is what it is. So maybe I can do like a little animation or something for you guys, and give you like a visual representation of what it actually looked like. But yeah, forgot to press record for that second set. Stupid. I think the second set moved better. The second set of the 190 moved better than the first set. Like I've said before, like with the first top set, you never really know how much to give it in terms of power output. So definitely came at it with a better attitude and better execution for the second set. And lo and behold, it moved better. But you're just gonna have to trust me on that, because I can't show you. I can't show you, sorry. I finished off the close grip bench as well, which was supposed to be on day 1. I didn't really have enough time to do it on the first day, so I decided to do it on the second day. Close grip bench, felt good. Nothing really to say there. So we came in rest day 3, and then day 4 was that second squat day. Again, hitting the same weight as day 1, but moving it just that little bit better. Execution was a lot better, and just doing everything exactly the same, not changing anything, not changing, the approach to it, none of that, just keeping everything routine, keeping everything the same, and it moved a bit better. It actually moved better than day one. And it's a good trend to keep up, especially going into this last heavy week. You can maintain it and maintain that confidence. Everything is just going to move so much better, less breakdown, and that's what we're after.
Squat.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Did the 2 singles at 160 kilos, same weight, same back down as well, 1 set of 3 at 152. Just keeping it nice and rhythmic, keeping it nice and fresh, nice and smooth. And then we moved on to the bench press again, exactly the same, but this time the 110 moved so much faster on day 2. I always feel like the second bench day, the top set moves just that little bit better. I feel like coming into day 1, body's just a little bit relaxed from the rest days before, so you're not really, I guess, primed enough. In my experience, at least, that's, everyone's different, but for me, that's just how it's always been. Day 2 bench has always felt better.
Stop. Press.
Faster. 2 singles, 110 kilos. It was on fire, fastest it's ever moved. 5 kilos below PB, fastest it's ever moved. So seeing that got me excited, knowing that we still have this room, and this is all under fatigue as well. This is all under fatigue. So once we get that deload in, once we get that taper, who knows? Who knows what can happen on comp day? Anything can happen on comp day, but we're looking to hit bigger numbers this time around. I'm really trying to build that total. Did the 2 sets of 1 at that, and then did the drop down sets, just like day 1. Nothing really to say there, nothing to complain about. There's no real niggles or injuries or anything like that that's sort of making itself known at the moment. It's just that general fatigue. So that's really good. Knock on wood, hopefully that carries out through comp day. Just want the body feeling nice and fresh on the day. That was pretty much it for day 4. Day 5 came in, did light deadlift day as well. Just, I believe 1 set of 2 and then 1 set of 3. Set of 2 at 170 kilos. Nothing really to say there, nothing to complain about. Everything felt switched on. And then did the 1 set of 3 at 160. Very light day, very light day. Keeping it nice and light, taking out the pauses. You would have seen in previous weeks I did do pause deadlifts for the second day. Taking out that variation, it's not needed this close to comp. There's no point. So just keeping it as a lighter day to keep the CNS nice and primed and to keep everything moving. Pretty awesome week, actually. Pretty good introduction to the peak, and really looking forward to seeing what next week, or this coming week, brings. Knowing that it's the very last heavy week before comp, and then we taper. So that's going to be the boring week. Taper is going to be the boring week, but know, I've delivered the dealer weeks to you guys before. I've filmed them. I've tried to make them entertaining as possible for you guys. So hopefully you still enjoy it. But that's basically going to be it. We've got like 2 weeks, 2 more weeks until comp. We've got Charlie over there. Charlie lifts. I don't know if you can see him. Wait. Don't stop the PewDiePie. Don't stop the PewDiePie, stop to Cody Savage. That's basically going to shape up this week. We're going to be coming into the last heavy week, and it's going to be exciting. Things are moving well. This has probably been my best prep ever. I'm actually gonna claim it. This has been my best prep. Just simply based off how everything has been feeling and how everything has been progressing. We've seen some pretty big moves in the squat, especially. Just really develop that confidence and really develop that. I don't know. It's just switched on. Like it's in terms of mechanics and in terms of execution. It's just a lot more switched on now. So. The future's bright, making strides. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I'm going to leave it there. If you do feel like the video does deserve it, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know what you thought. I love hearing you guys' feedback. I love reading your comments. I love replying to them. Yeah, so we're gonna kick it off strong with maybe hitting a PB tomorrow for low bar squat. We'll see how things go. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Not long now until States. We're so close. Let's get it. Woo!